Pizza to Chennai to hard work to motivation. All right, great. Fantastic. So before we move on, let me ask the timer, are all the speakers qualified for segments? Both segments?
No, all the speakers are qualified.
Qualified. Yeah. Right. So may I request you to vote for the best prepared speaker as well as the table topic speakers?
So you can read out the names of the table topic speakers.
Yes, table topic speakers, please read out the
Read out the speaker 1, Aravind. Speaker 2, Gopalakrishnan. Speaker 3, Mohan. Speaker 4, Vinod. Speaker 5, myself. Speaker 6, Arjun. Speaker 7, Vijayaraj. Speaker 8, Balaji.
right? Balance, please. If you are not received balance, please raise your hand. Ready? Right, so I was observing our speakers, table topic speakers. What happened? Some confusion? Right. I was observing our table topic speaker Vinod, and it was very, very interesting to observe his facial expression. And he was saying that in Bangalore it was so colorful and people didn't understand, so he raised his hand. Do you know what I meant? Right. And then I also realized the importance of pauses. And he said, in Chennai, I love many people. These are all unconscious ways in which you can actually trigger some kind of humor.
Unconscious people, there is something.
Yeah, it comes out. Fantastic. So now let's call upon VP Education Priyanka to give an educational session. Yeah, good. Nothing. It's a joke. Okay, right. Fantastic. So let's move on to the last segment, which is our general evaluation, and I'm sure the general evaluators and the center evaluators are ready with their evaluations. This is the impact of Thomas's education session today. So let's call upon our Balaji on stage to give us the evaluation.
What I like to teach and evaluation. When I was in small education, I was in going days. Lot of instructions were given to my mother to follow. They used to do these things, do these things, and don't do these things. It's when I in school days, the teachers were given the guidance to Balaji, you must do this kind of work and don't take this. So always this kind of things I was studying because they are evaluating. It happens to in our office also. If I do any transactions in financial transactions or including the process, Balaji, why you did it like this? This is not a proper. You can do add this kind of add this kind of process because the end of the users they expecting only this and not this. So each and every levels they are instructing. This instructions is very good for weeks because the correct all the things actually. Here also the evaluator is going to do the things given the icebreakers. They're going to evaluate. There are what are the given points is good and what are the going to be corrections. This is going to be happen. The first evaluator is already given the educational speeches. About things you already said, but one more time, he has to move from good to create on progress of the result of this. I would like to call Toastmaster Thomas.
Thank you very much, Raji. When I read the title, It's My Life, what did I think of? I thought of that song, defiant song, It's My Life. And when I read CC1, you know what CC1 is. But having heard and seen Zakir performing already with us with great enthusiasm, I knew it would not be a CC1. And sure enough, he disproved me, in that sense he proved me right. He didn't give a CC1, he gave something up there. Because you were confident, your voice modulation, you owned the stage. There was at no stage did you fumble. So it was an exceptional way to break the ice. It wasn't that, so congratulations straight away. Secondly, I had come to expect a certain style about you. There is content and there is style. You deliver through content equally with style. He gave the style of a self-confident, self-made guy who has seen the lows and the highs of life, and success came to him, wedded him pretty early, but he's not satisfied. I think he summarized his story so beautifully. He started off, if you notice, by the way, I realized that CC1s are like selfies. They're a series of selfies. So first he shot a selfie after the introduction, which was very good incident, saying that, here am I, I've done something, but help. More than that, he said, I have received your support. He used that word a couple of times. Reiteration shows sincerity. I think that's how it started. So we are all in it together. You are not alone in it. So that's why you won me over at least. Then you got into this series of selfies. First was a little hazy selfie of your childhood. I still don't know, unless I missed it, where you were born, your family profile, what your dad was, what was your childhood influences. That is a little issue. I am now bringing the plus and the minus together going chronologically, because your speech was chronological. Then you moved into your career, going through tough times, 21, taking the flight. I did the same, by the way. I traveled to Bombay, you traveled to Delhi, walking into operation. I could feel that because I'm confident. I think you've shared your life experience so beautifully. Similarly, when you talked about a time when the PP number used to be given, except that this generation, half the generation may not know that. That's the only problem I had when some of the names I missed. So that is the only two negatives I had, that's all there is, I have to say, in terms of negatives. All the rest are positives. Now, then you went into the career story, rather. You also talked about your achievements in language, and you realized that now I knew where this confidence comes from. He's already a trainer in Mercedes. Then, what is he doing here? I think he ended up as saying that there is his movement, his intent to move from good to best, good to great, and I think I felt that I should try and help you whichever way I can. In other words, you left me a little blank about some grey areas, but other than that, you won me over, and I will be supporting you whichever way I can. Overall, a chronologically given story of a self-made man who wants to do better. Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Thomas sir. Now the second evaluator, she is a law student, and she is a VP in medical research. Very interesting, very energetic. At this age, we have ever seen like this kind of and I think she joined as take the positions now VP is because the route to grade, not easy things to be a grade. So I would like to call Toastmaster Sir Priyanka. Please evaluate.
As Toastmaster Zark has told us, CC1 is the maiden speech, the first speech that you give in Toastmaster. But Toastmaster Jagannathan, I don't think this was the first speech that you've given in your life. You've already given many speeches. This was evident to me by the way you scripted your speech. Just like a little girl's many strand of hair is tied together by one strand of ribbon, your many bits in your story was tied together beautifully by two central themes. One was the dreams and the disappointments or the missed opportunities that you had. The other one was how the river goes on. Men may come and men may go, but the river goes on. So let me start from the beginning of your speech where you showed us a missed opportunity when you weren't very social. You didn't talk to that great director whom you could have known. You might have been a hero today if you known him. So this is a missed opportunity. And then you talk about your dream. When you went to school, you were an elite student, and you had a dream of becoming a scientist. So that was a dream. And then again, there is a little bit of missed opportunity where you, instead of taking up science, you take computer science. But after that, again, he has a dream of going to CBS. And then again, there is a missed opportunity of going to TCS. While going to TCS, there is a little bit of missed opportunity. But then again, there is a dream, and he goes abroad. He goes to Germany, if I'm not wrong. London, I'm sorry. He goes to London. So it's a series of dreams and missed opportunities and opportunities that are seized. So that was how your speech was drafted. And that is why I felt that this was not the first time you've given a speech. The script was beautifully drafted. The other great thing in his speech that I noticed was, in the beginning he opens with a quote, 2 lines from a poem, which we all know. Men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. And in the end, again, he closes the speech by giving the same quote, and we see why he used this quote. Things happen to him, but then he goes on, life goes on, different things happen, but still there are many more things to come. So overall your speech was amazing. Objective of CC1 is just for us to get to know you, to break the ice, which you did very well. We all know who you are, what kind of person you are, what you've been through. So objectives of CC1 are met. So coming to the part where what you can do for your future speeches, one thing that I noticed was your hand was always in your pocket. Since you already know this, you should take conscious efforts to ensure that doesn't happen. So this is a very tried and tested thing in mental. You look at the mirror and you practice. So when you look at the mirror, you know what you're doing. So you can consciously avoid that. That's just one thing that I noticed. And I wish you all the best for your future.
Thanks to Priyanka. I just forget about what I said about the theme. It is easy to go from bad to good. It takes effort, but the effort and work required to go from good to great is a lot more. These who make this great effort are rewarded with great answers by Priyanka. So now the report, please timer for the qualified evaluator. Everyone qualified?
Full report.
Okay. Now you just give the full report with name and time.
Speaker 1, Zahir Hussain, taken about 6 minutes 18 seconds, and Jagannathan taken about 5 minutes 45 seconds. And the table topic speakers, Aravind taken 1 minute 54 seconds, Gopal Krishnan taken 2 minutes 5 seconds, Jamuna taken 1 minute 22 seconds, Vinod taken 1 minute 51 seconds, Ravi taken 1 minute 45 seconds, Arjun taken 1 minute 26 seconds, Vijay Rajan taken 1 minute 27 seconds, Balaji taken 1 minute 31 seconds, and mental evaluator Thomas taken 3 minutes 18 seconds, and Priyanka taken 2 minutes 59 seconds.
Thank you. So these votes for best evaluators and the table topic masters and best speakers. You already have the ballot sheets. Now, please give your counter report, Mr. Vinod Kumar.
So starting with the prepared speakers, Jakir used quite a few ands and quite a few ahs and ums. Prepared speaker Jagannathan used you know and so quite a few times, and and ah quite a few times. Educational speaker Thomas used ah quite a few times and you know quite a few times. Moving on to TT speakers, Arvind didn't have any pauses, filler words or repetitions. TT speaker Gopal had quite a few ahs and he used and. TT speaker Jamuna had 2 passes and quite a few ahs and ums. TT speaker Ravi had quite a few hums and ha's. TT speaker Arjun had 1 hum and. TD speaker Vijay Rajan used hum once. TD speaker Balaji used quite a few hums. Moving on to evaluators, I have read out already for Thomas sir. Moving on to Priyanka. Priyanka used so and hum once. That is all, sir.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Now the last role player is grammarian. Please read out grammarian.
First, I'll give my word of the day and theme of the day report. Many people use both. Theme of the day was used by Gopal Krishnan, Santosh, Aravind, Jagan, Ravi, Balaji, Thomas, Zakir, other than the DMO, of course. The word of the day was used by Alex, Zakir, Aravind, Ravi, and Balaji. Actually, special mention to Zakir. I think he's used the word of the day in every single meeting he's been. That's amazing. Now for the good usages. Now I'll try to tell the meaning of few words which I think need to be mentioned. So Alex used enthrall, which means to be amazed or spellbound, and he used a lot of other things like medley of melody and eye-popping, jaw-dropping, and 20 other things. And Toastmaster Thomas, he had like around 50-60 words. I won't explain the things which he has already explained, some of the more complicated things which he has already explained. I'll talk about the lesser things which he
That's a metaphor. Thomas is a metaphor of lots of words.
So he used, at one point he used evoke and then he changed it to invoke, I think. So I actually didn't know the difference, so I looked it up. Apparently evoke means to, actually both means call forth, but invoke is from within. Deep within is more powerful, direct, as in you invoke your spirit of a line or something. Invoke the gods. And evoke is, say, something
External.
like evoking the emotion of the audience. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
And other words like petite, which means little or small, abrasive, which means harsh, and exactitude, which means a state of being very precise. Upholstery, which is like the covering on any furniture, is called upholstery. Copious, which means large in number. Tangible, which means capable of being felt. Okay, so other than that, Toastmaster Zakir used insights. Toastmaster Jagan used a lot of nice metaphors from the poem itself. The poem is The Brook by Alfred Lord Tennyson. That is an amazing poem. He used brimming river, brimming to fill to the fullest. And he was hitched. Enterprising. Enterprising means to be imaginative or initiative. And Toastmaster Vinod used colorful. Bangalore or colorful than Chennai. Toastmaster Vijay Rajan used adieu. And then Priyanka used a simile to compare Jagan's speech to hair. How hair is tied to a ribbon, stand of fire ribbon. Stand of hair. Now, coming to a few suggestions. Yeah. Instead of give a meeting, you can use better. Is give a meeting the correct use? You can use a better word, say conduct a meeting. I've seen many people do this. They say exaggerate or do something. They'll use very, very something. They'll say very, I was very, very hungry. Instead of that, you can use a better word. Say I was ravenous or something like that. Now coming to a grammar tip. Actually, Alex already mentioned the grammar tip, which is the difference between improve and improvise. Mine is something similar. A few days back, I heard someone say Chennai is. I literally feel like dying in this heat in Chennai. So this word literally is used in exchanging with, they swap it with figuratively and virtually. So I want to explain these three words. So figuratively means not exactly. You just want to convey the feeling but not the number. As in that it would be figuratively felt like dying in this heat. And virtually is something which is close, which is approximate but not exact. There are virtually 30 people here. No, 20 people here. Then literally is the exact number. There are literally, I don't know how many people there are here.
14 people.
14. There are literally 14 people here. Okay, so that concludes my report.
Thank you, Toastmasters Arjun. So finally, my standard evaluator report. Today the short meeting, correct time, right? Around 10 o'clock. And the room full good air conditions, right? And I think it's a little darkness. Because I'm new. This is the first time so new because IIT so we know very well. Garganagar so we somebody is a new subject. So I have first time anything. Okay. And the session is very good because of the Toastmaster Thomas and given the wonderful sessions and we want to enjoy everything. And it happens fun also because of our Toastmaster. We don't give some such funniest things. Given actually, everyone to enjoy the meeting in full. And now, the one thing I want to inform Toastmaster because no guest, everyone's come to forward, at least someone should not come forward. The only character is Toastmaster Arvind. Please. Okay. Because last time the Dushwa is come and he said come and so everyone should follow the format. So please, the purpose format like it's Toastmasters directors and Thomas reviews format plan. Actually, now the times are